Good morning, students. Welcome to Mount Litra Z School. This is the sixth chapter, flowchart. Okay, let's discuss what is flowchart, where it is used. Okay, in this lesson, how to draw flowchart for problem solving, structures of flowchart that we are going to discuss. From this image, you can see inter-school computer exhibition. Okay, so here one networking stall is there. So students are understanding some concepts of networking through some diagram and chart. Okay, here on second stall you can see problem solving with flowchart. So here one person has developed one program that if we insert one number, automatically it will display the table of that particular number. Okay, for example, if I insert 5, then it will display the table of 5, that is 5, 15, 20, 25, in that way. And here that method or instructions given to computer are displayed with the help of flowchart. Okay, you can see different geometrical shapes are there. That is called flowchart. Flowchart of multiplication table for a given number n. Okay, so you may arise a question why we are discussing this flowchart, where it is used. Okay, so to understand flowchart, we must understand what is program first. Okay, because when we want to create program, then we have to give some instructions to computer. Okay, that instruction must be in stepwise manner. What is program? Process of giving stepwise instructions to computer is called a program. Okay, because computer is a machine, but it needs some instructions. Okay, so we have to give detailed stepwise instruction to computer. What is programming? The process of writing program is called programming. What is programming language? Computer can understand very few languages. These languages are called programming language. Example C, C++, Java, Basic, Python, etc. Okay, so computer cannot understand this Hindi, English, all these languages, and if we give instruction in these languages, then it cannot understand. But we must write programs or instructions in particular programming languages. Okay, and the other thing, directly we cannot start writing program. Okay, in programming two basic things are there, logic building and syntax. First of all, we have to understand the problem, what we want to solve or which instruction we want to give to computer. For that, we have to develop logic first. What is logic? Method to understand and solve problem, that is called logic. Flowchart, algorithm, pseudocode, all these are used to develop and display logic of the problem. Then syntax. Coding of program depends upon the programming language we use, that is called syntax. Okay, so when we can write syntax, when we know that particular language. But before that, we must know the logic to solve that problem. Okay, in earlier standard, we have learned how to solve problem with logical thinking. So same logic we have to apply here to solve any problem. Flowchart concepts. What is flowchart? A flowchart is a picture graphical representation of the problem solving process. A flowchart gives a step-by-step procedure for solution of a problem. What are the elements of flowchart? Various geometrical shaped boxes represent the steps of the solution. The boxes are connected by directional arrows to show the flow of the solution. Uses of a flowchart: to specify the method of solving a problem, to plan the sequence of a computer program, communicate ideas and solutions. Okay, so all these are the concepts related to flowchart. What is flowchart? Elements of flowchart, uses of flowchart. Now, some guidelines to draw a flowchart. Identify, apply and draw. So what we have to identify? Identify input and output. Apply logical thinking skills to solve the problem. Draw the flowchart using the appropriate symbols and arrows to show the sequence of steps in the solution. Before we start solving the problem using flowchart, we must be aware about the symbols used in flowchart. So here names of symbol, geometrical shape used for the same, and what is the purpose that is given. Let's see one by one. Ellipse. Ellipse is used to indicate the start and end of a flowchart. Start written in the ellipse indicates the beginning of a flowchart. End or stop or exit written in the ellipse indicate end of flowchart. The next, parallelogram. A parallelogram is used to read data, that is input, or to print data, that is output. Rectangle. A rectangle is used to show the processing that takes place in the flowchart. Diamond. A diamond with two branches is used to show the decision-making step in a flowchart. A question is specified in the diamond. The next step in the sequence is based on the answer to the question, which is yes or no. Arrows. Arrows are used to connect the steps in a flowchart to show the flow or sequence of the problem solving process. Okay, so all these are the shapes that we are using to draw a flowchart. Let's understand with an example. One problem is given here. Draw a flowchart to find out addition of two numbers. For this, recall the guidelines to draw flowchart. Step 1. Identify input and output. So what is input here? Two numbers that we can say A and B. What is output? That is sum or addition of these two numbers. So here first step is clear. Then step 2. Apply logic to solve problem. So what logic should be applied here? Addition of two numbers. So here simple logic, that is formula of addition, we are going to apply. Sum equal to A plus B. So that will be the process. So here second step is clear. Step 3. Draw the flowchart using appropriate symbols and arrows to show the sequence of steps in the solution. Okay, so start and end. You can see here starting of flowchart and ending of flowchart represented by ellipse. Then input, that is A and B, represented by parallelogram. Process, that is represented by rectangular. Sum equal to A plus B. Then 3, output, again represented by parallelogram. So if we follow the first and second step clearly, and if we understand what are the symbols used to draw flowchart, then it will be very easy to draw any flowchart. Okay students, so now you are clear what is flowchart, where it is used, what are the guidelines to draw the flowchart. Okay, so please practice this, practice some more examples related to this from your textbook. If you like my video, please subscribe to it. Till then, goodbye and thank you.